Thank you so much, Sumer, Harsha and Sahil, some of the hardest to pin down founders in the ecosystem. Thank you for coming for our event, especially Harsha. So this is like the 8th wonder of the world.
Thanks for having me, Chanda. It's very exciting.
Sahil?
Thanks for having me. I won't say it's very exciting, but thanks for having me.
Right, Sumer, I want to begin with you. Big day for you. Ola Electric's listing. It broke the upper circuit, which I think was way ahead of everyone's expectations. Even if you can't get into the specifics, your own take.
No, I think, look, for us...
Because it was one of the most anticipated IPOs this year.
No, it's probably anticipated also because it's the next wave of tech companies coming, and this first cry next week, and then you've got others hopefully coming, and Unicommerce also is coming next week. I think for us, we're one of the largest shareholders of Ola Electric. I think what Bhavesh has done from 2017-18, I think our check went in 2019. What he's created is phenomenal. I think I think the promise he's delivered, the EV revolution, I think that's what got people excited. So the pop is obviously, one day of trading, and you've got, it's a long journey ahead of him, and I think he's super happy, and so are we. But obviously, lots still to do to make it even a larger mission, which is Bhavesh's mission.
Right. I noticed that 3 of your portfolio companies are going public in August, and Peak 15 had 3 consecutive IPOs in May, June. So did you guys have a pact to not interfere in each other's time zones?
I think I just saw they were your sponsors, so we can't do what I say about that. But I think you're giving us too much credit. I think with First Cry, Unicommerce, Ola Electric, obviously Swiggy's obviously filed as well. So it's more for the entrepreneurs than us.
Right. Sahil, it's been 2 years since you became a listed company?
Yeah, it's about 2 years and 3 months.
You keep track to that level? Do you look at the share price every day?
It's 9 quarters.
Right, but what has changed for you? How has life changed for you? You're used to the quarter tak analyst calls and updates and everything now.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of were practicing for this for quite a while before we went public with our board, with Sumer and Kon, our board in any case. And we run a fairly predictable business in some senses. So it's easy for us to kind of explain how our decisions are going to play out to the markets. I think once you get past the shock of your stock price moving up and down on a regular basis, I don't think life's changed all that much. The only difference is now we have to communicate to obviously a much broader set of people than we did in the past. And unfortunately, it looks like everything we say takes on a little more importance than it did when we were private. So we just have to be more careful. But yeah, not much change.
How are the expectations of public market investors different from investors like SoftBank?
They're actually not that different. We found that public market investors are actually as sophisticated as the private investors we dealt with. The reality is, look, it's a pretty simple story. India is an underserved market from a logistics standpoint. Somebody is going to build a very large logistics company in India, probably more than one, maybe probably 3 or 4. And I think public market investors expect that we will be one of the companies that will deliver that. So not really that different from the private markets at all.
Right. Harsha, confidential filing done. How are you preparing? You've expanded your board, hired
We expanded
everything.
our board about 18 months back,
Yeah.
Chandra. So I think we've been preparing to make the company ready. I think it's also been, that part is like a dry run to understand how everything works. So even the compliance, the tech stuff that needed to get ready, the accounting stuff, all of that has been in the works for a while. So yeah, I think we are on our way. We're preparing to go for the final step.
When do you think it will happen? Is there a timeline you have in mind?
No, I can't comment on any timelines, unfortunately, but hopefully soon.
Right. And, Sumer, Sahil, both of them are on your board. What do they tell you about becoming a public listed company? What's the biggest thing you should watch out for? Or you don't have those kind of discussions?
Of course we have these kind of discussions. We have board meetings and then there are other meetings, so there's always these conversations. Though I think, had long chats with Sahil about his learnings, and Sumer has seen this also through his portfolio companies. Though I think I can't whittle it down to like any such specifics. I think as we go into the next stage, I think obviously performance is paramount. That is the most important thing. Then communicating your strategy transparently, being clear, communicating. Yeah, just communicating clearly is, I think, the next big learning for us. The rest, I don't know if anything should change. If you're focused on, long-term stakeholder value and long-term performance, that part needs to continue. And I think also too, we will have, when we go public, a much wider set of stakeholders than we've had. We would have like maybe 30, 40 investors, small, large, of all types today. But that will expand into thousands, hundreds of thousands, whatever. So I think listening in even more and understanding the parts that are constructive and making sure that we pick them up and act on it to make the business stronger is, I think, another big one that we've learned.